Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I've got something exciting to show you. I made a kit. Oh, I'm so nervous. In this video, because I'm filming the beginning again, because I went back and I tweaked a couple of the pages, but the page I use when I make the thing in a minute, the pocket, it is one of the ones I've altered, but not that much that I'm still going to keep the pocket that I made for the journal. But yeah, that page has had a slight alteration, but this is it. I've made a kit, and some lovely friends have agreed to be on my design team. There's Amy, Crafty Cat, Denise, Wonder by Crafts, Siobhan, Pearl and Button, and Tanya at Catty Treasures, and then my lovely friend Dawn over at the Book Vandal Shop. She's agreed she'll now and then do like a guest design team for me, and so yeah, that is who is going to be working with my little creations. But yeah, this is my first one. I'm so nervous, but here it is. So I've done 20 pages and I designed it for the journal that I'm actually working on, but some of the pages don't have to go with that theme, because here we've got a little ticket for an event at Victoria Embankment to Hyde Park for the suffragettes, and the story that I'm working into the journal is based on my great nana and the story of the suffragettes, and the suffragettes in East London specifically, that was set up by Sylvia Pankhurst, and this is my great nana and that is my nan. And my great nana, my daughter, the other day when I was putting it together, she was like, she can't be her mum, she looks about 13. But yeah, she was. She actually had 17 children. My nan was the eldest. And so this kit is named after her, and it's called Lily. So we've got 14 background pages like these, and then I've got 5 element pages, like ephemera bits and elements like that, and then I've got 1 background page that is just neutral, and I'll show you that at the end. This really made me laugh. It says what a woman may be and not yet have the vote, and it's got mayor, nurse, mother, doctor or teacher and factory hand, and then it says what a man may have been and yet not lose the vote. Now the end ones, convict, oh, and the middle, proprietor of slaves and drunkard. Yeah, fair enough, they might, in the eyes of these women, could have lost the vote. But these poor bleeders, look, there's lunatic and unfit for service. They've been bungled in with them horrors. But yeah, it just tickled me, and because I thought the way that they used to say things at the time as well, like lunatic, not mentally ill, you know, that would have been me, except I'm not a man. But yeah, I would have fallen into the lunatic pile. But yeah, so that made me laugh. Another background page, and as you can see, some of them have got things to do with the suffragettes, but then others haven't. They're just like got these outlines or images, and so yeah, that it don't have to be to do with the suffragettes, and you can always cover images up and that, can't you? Here though is the Medal of Valour that was awarded to the poor women that had to go on hunger strike in prison, and then were force fed, and that it was horrific how they was fed and that, and some of them received damage to their like inside their nostrils or down their throat, damage that caused lifelong complications. So yeah, they was awarded this Medal of Honour, and so I included that. And we've got, this is the page that I shrink down and use in a minute for the pocket, but I've altered it slightly. I've blurred the butterflies a bit because they was quite much more bright, and this one was over there, so that's the only difference. And the kit is available now in my Etsy shop, and as you can see, things like this could be used in any theme of journal. And this one with like the lovely lilies and like sunrise, this is I think my favourite, and I don't know why, it just is. And then we've got images and that, we've got Manan and Nana again, we've got an ex libris that can go in the front of the book, you see back, a postcard back, and my little kiddie winks. We've got that postcard again and another image I found and some tags. And then we've got these advertisements, and I altered this invoice and scanned it, so you could fussy cut that out. More photos. This is my great-grandparents rather, and they're with 3 of their girls. This is him on his own, and I'm really proud of this photo. I've got the actual real thing to show you that it's not just something that I found on the internet. This is the real one. And it says here, photographer to the royal family. So I think that's kind of cool. And we've got the Votes for Women ticket thing. And that's my grandma. And that was taken around in the 20s. And they're dressed in that appropriate clothing. Which is when the Votes for Women movement and things was still really strong. And then we've got the pocket and a little bits, page, shrunk down page, little advertisement, another image of the Votes for Women. And then this is the last page, and as you can see, it's white copy paper, all of those on white copy paper. But it just makes it look nice and old, and I thought I'd include that so that, like, say this, you was using this page, you can just print that on the other side, and it looks like it's been really well coffee dyed. So it's got lovely markings, so I thought that would be handy, because it's always handy when that you can back an image. I just want to show you, if you print them on different papers, you see like the difference in coloration. That's been printed on parchment. Let's see if I've got one on coffee dyed that I can show you. Right. Yeah, this one's been printed on coffee dyed paper, and you'll see, I think that's page 4. And yeah, you see the difference in colour, so I just thought I'd show you that. So yeah, that's my little kit. It's available on Etsy, and it's only my first one, you know, but I hope you like it, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Right, so I've gone ahead and printed out all the ephemera, cut it out and inked it, because I thought that will save us some time. And I've also got thin bit of card, not too weighty. What is this? It's not card, it's thick paper. It's right now I can't find it on the thing. I think it's 120 GSM, possibly. About 120, 130, so it's a bit thicker than I would normally use for a page. But I'm going to cut it up to use as like a kind of fold out pocket. So I sized it at like the image to be on an A5 piece of paper rather than A4 like we use over here, or 8.5 by 11 like you use in the States and that and other places. So yeah, I changed the size so that I thought I want to make like a kind of folding out pocket. So I want to leave a flap that I will attach the pocket to a page once it's done. Now I'll keep hold of them because they're handy for tags, and yeah, I'm going to score, and I might as well just do it on here rather than grabbing the scoreboard all out and playing about with that. I'll just score down the line where we would normally cut. Let's just get that out of the way. And we've got ourselves a hinge. So, I'll move this. I hope everybody is well and, yeah, keeping your spirits up a bit. Sorry I haven't filmed for a few days now, but 2 reasons. One, I was working on this from morning till night because, like I said, I've never done anything in the way of graphic design or anything like that. I'm just taking some corners off of our hinge so that when we do connect it to the page, we can have something there covering that. And yeah, the edges are just in a bit for whatever we're going to put to cover. So I want to fold that in on itself and meet the score line and give it a nice good burnish. Right. And then what else do I want to do? Yeah, we want it to be a pocket, so I'm just thinking, do I want it folded in? Or do I want to just glue it? I think for the safety of it, like to make it a bit more durable, I want it folded in. So all that saying I'm not going to get the scoreboard out, here I am. Because, let's see. I'll come round this way. We could just glue along the bottom, but sometimes they don't tend to stay glued for the test of time. But I'm going to score all the way up, but I don't need that bit, I'm cutting it off. So I'm just going to get the line nice, because as it went off the bottom, so did my score line. Right, and we're going to cut up here. I'll lose that bit, and then we'll do a new angle on our new depth of the pocket. I'm going to go in like that again, and then I'm going to lose all of this bit. Yeah. I was just checking with myself that I'm doing the right thing of what I actually want to do, and I have. Right. So we give it all a good ink, then we can crack on. So yeah, I've been really busy trying to put this together, chatting with friends, asking if they can join me, if they will be on my design team. Whoever thought that I would say those words? Just try. I don't know why I've inked that bit. That's going to be on the inside, but I have. But yeah, it's just been a big nerve-wracking experience, quite daunting and scary. But then if you never put it out there, what you've got in your head, because I've got some ideas for other kits in my brain, and yeah, I don't want them to stay in my brain forever just because I'm scared, you know. So like I said, this one, that's not quite straight. This one hasn't, like, I had in mind a specific journal, but yeah, I have got some others that are just like generic, like for a style of journal that's not so specific as this one. But yeah, I do hope, even though it has got like the suffragette images and things like that, that it is quite versatile still and usable, which is why I did some like without the butterflies and things like that. But yeah, it's my first one, so let's see what happens or how it goes. Right, so I'm going to put some glue on that bit there and all along that seam there. Now I've got to peel the little top that it's made for itself off, because I've dropped the top and I don't know where it is. I've been hunting for it. I don't know whether it's been swept up and already put in the bin by mistake, because my daughter, bless her, she who's staying here, she does like to keep the place nice and keep sweeping up after me every time I make a mess. Right, I should have put the glue along this side as well before I started pressing down. Right, but we've gone back and sorted that out. Right, so that should glue nicely. I want to fold that in and get some ink as well up and down this spine, or hinge, whatever we want to call it, just on the edges that will be seen. Right, and that along the top now, and I'll do the same on that side. And so yeah, it with a combination of like making this and then also like just the constant staying indoors and all of that, it sometimes find yourself losing your mojo a little bit, because of there being so much repetition, like just doing the same thing every day. And even if it's something that you love, you do start to go a bit stir crazy after a period of time, don't you? And start wishing that you could do other things, get out the house and just have something different to talk about, because you start boring yourself, don't you? Right, so that will fold out from a page. I'm quite happy with that, but I want to trim it now with some bits and pieces to make it pretty. Right, before we go anywhere, I found this in my offcuts and it is beautiful. Now, I thought if I attach that there, it will be seen both sides and look lovely, but it will also be like a tuck. So yeah, I'm feeling that definitely, even though it is white and not coffee dyed or anything. That's fine, it really is, because I like it. I could coffee dye it, but I don't want to. I just think it's really pretty as it is. I don't want to take any of that away from it. So that there, I reckon. And then from the other side, we've still got that lovely bit on show. And I can just trim those edges down. And so yeah, I kept going to sit down to film and to work on this journal, but I had so many other things in my head, I weren't finding I could relax enough to be creative. If you know what I mean, because well, I was creating like on my laptop, and so yeah, that was taking up all my creative energy, it seemed. So I'm just inking the very edges because I think that will look lovely, just as if it's aged on those edges, and maybe a little bit on these edges as well, as if it's aged over time from the outside, slowly creeping in. So a little tiny bit there and there, like that. And I can see I've got a loose piece, so I want to get that stuck down because this is going to be a nice tuck. And what about the top? No, the top seems very firm in place. So right, I like that. And over here, let's see. I've got some of this trim that I originally used on that invoice that is in part of this kit. So I'm going to use that because it's all going to tie in nicely together. We're losing him down the bottom, that little butterfly, but that ain't no drama. I do want some trim there, so we'll have that. Oh, I think I might cut it first, because where I've got that bit there, I don't want to end up cutting. Right, what I'll do, I'll cut it about there with the right scissors. Without, I'll cut it about there. That's a little bit extra than what I need, and I'll go from this way in, and then when it's on, I can trim off at that end where I haven't got a piece of lace that's quite in a vulnerable position. If I'm up that end with my scissors, we don't want to be there. So if I get, that's it, just pull it along a little bit, smooth it out. And yeah, as you can hear, the kids are playing in the background. I've been outside today. It's really hard though. I want to do a bit of gardening. I used to like keeping my garden at my old place really nice until I got fibromyalgia, and then I just couldn't do it. So I'm trying to sort of do little bits. My daughter's been helping me, but yeah, I can't do very much. Right, I really like how that's going to look folding out and that. I want something up here though on that side, so we'll have a little look what we've got. Right, so up here I need to get some purple flowers. I haven't got any, right? So, and I don't want nothing too big either, so I thought we'd do a little cluster up here. I'll cut off a piece of this. I don't want to cut too much off of that though, because I really like it and I want it for something else. Maybe, do we want to go straight on or offset? Let's see once we get a couple of layers going. I think in here I might have a bit of lilac thingy from Ruby over at Little Books. Hello my angel. That's just not enough. I've got a bit here. Let's pour a little bit about. I just love these colours. And with this you don't need much either because it goes so far. Oh, right. Use that edge. And then before I cut anything else, I'm just going to try and pull it in a few different directions and see what we get. Yeah, could be doing with a little bit smaller. And just a little pull again. So it would sit on it like that. A little bit offset. And then I've got a coffee dried flower, one of the ones we did last week. I think like that. I wasn't sure whether I wanted the square at the very back to be on or off set, but I've decided to go with it uniform line, and then yeah, we'll offset the purple. So right, I just want to get glue on the edges and a little bit in the middle, but yeah, I don't want to drench it because it'll all seep through. Right. Just little bits along our edges, making sure it's not going to go nowhere because it's going to go in and out. And I'm bringing it down just below the treble clefs because they are always kind of like one of my favourite things. Right, so I want a little bit of glue just dotted about for our bit of cheesecloth, and then our flower on top. Right. Okay. Right, I really like that because it's not too bulky. I'm just thinking, do I want a little tiny button in the middle or not? I think it might be too much bulk, so I'm not sure. If I've got a teeny tiny one, that, which I did have a couple, got a little grey one, I don't think that goes though. Right, I can't see anything really jumping out at me. I think I've used the teeniest, tiniest ones. Yeah, nothing's really speaking to me, so that can go away. Right, so I've got this photograph of Nana and Grandad and 3 of the girls. And I'm taking one of the postcard backs and just going to glue them together so they're one seamless thing. Right, make sure, I don't suppose it matters what way up I've got it, but I think I've got it the right way up anyway. Just line up the corners, and some of them you have to trim a little bit, or you can resize any of them and that, you know, that you want together. I'm just going to take off that bit like that. Right. And yeah, just get them nice and inked. Right. And then with that one, I think I might leave that just as it is, just as the family photograph. Just try and get it in there. Let's see how. Oh, it goes all the way in, which is good. I might have something coming out of the top as well. Cut that down a little bit, and it matches. I could have resized ones a bit smaller, but I think I've got this to hand, so I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. And let's see how much. I don't need to take loads off. Oh, before I round them corners, let's see if that's even going to go in there. Oh yeah, it does. It fits nicely. Now I've took that bit off. So let's get that out of the way. Right. And I'm going to just ink round the back. I'm not going to back it. It's on ivory cardstock anyway, and I don't want too much bulk in that pocket. But yeah, I want this one in the pocket with that one, so I might have a bit of a ruffle, or something like that. That's really pretty. Because I've got this one as well. It's quite old and that, but oh, with bits attached to it that shouldn't be. But I could have maybe a bit of that at the top because the colour is really nice. Although it's so old, it just wants to curl up on itself. So if you've got it sticking out the top, it might not stick out that much. Let's see, and the top would be that way, where the sheet music is. So it might be all right. Oh. I might have something else though to go under it. Yeah, I'm going to use a bit of this that I copied the other day. And I'm going to do it on the back, so it is poking out from the top, but we're not losing any of the butterflies this time. So let's see. Right. Oh. Just want that. Like that, sticking out the top. And then I could either have that there, which is nice, but I didn't want to lose them butterflies, or have it that way there, coming down. I think I'm going to do that. I'm just getting some glue on that seam and a bit on the card as well, so that I keep it where I want it. And then like that, just push it down. I do like that colour. It's a really lovely lilac. And I'm going to take off the ends. Yeah, I really like that. And it's just going to poke out the top. And I still do fancy having a bit of this coming up that side. Yeah, but let's pull that over a sec. See about how much I need. Right. I'll cut from here. Probably a tiny little bit more than I need, but I'm just gonna dull it down a bit, dull down that shine. Not too much though, because it's a lovely colour. Right, and then, oh yeah, that's lovely. Right. And just pop that on. Oops. Right. Just trim that little stalk off the bottom. Put some ink on that bottom bit. Right, we'll just let that dry a little. And where's our pocket? And while we're letting that dry. Oops! My lamp decided to make an appearance. And so, oh, that bit, look, you see, that's coming a bit undone. And right, let's get that properly glued down. Right, just along that spine. Oh, right. So, on the outside for that tuck, I think we'll have that little journaling card. We'll have our ticket, so we'll bring those ladies up a bit. We'll have our ticket, can sit there. Let's see, let's just get an advertisement or something. Yeah, we'll have that one. You can go in there as well. So we've got a nice couple of bits in there. And now we can pop our family photo back in on the postcard. Right. And then I can pop this one in now. Oh, have I added too much? No, it is going in, it's just got to be guided in a little bit better. Right, and then we're having that out the top. So that's how it will sit and fold out from our page. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to go now because I know I've kept you with the bit at the beginning showing you me new little digi and that. Yeah, thank you for watching. As you can tell, I probably do seem a lot more nervous than normal. But yeah, it's just a little thing I designed and that. And I just hope it looks nice, like when it's all in the book and that. So thank you very much for watching. Be back with something else very soon. Stay safe and well and stay wonderful, lovelies. Bye for now. Bye.